They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Snares it outside. It's Edwards. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Warren. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the move, it's Johnson. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Open runway ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
On the run, it's James. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Got his man on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! What a catch and run for 6. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. The play action fake. He fires one deep down the right side.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's looking to throw it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. It's a reverse. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
Looking downfield, it's Warren. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Makes his man miss. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Trying play action. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the
Appreciate it,
extra
Toy.
point was good to finish things off. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go to the ground. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll go hurry up here. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. On the run, it's James. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The back goes in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a...
Challenge?
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. And you're
Man,
going,
come on, man. Like, you know.
Watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
The end of the first half with the game tied.
The Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
To throw, it's Gabriel. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He's back to throw on second down. Trying to get to it. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Quick release by the QB. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Ducks want to move quickly. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense.
Oh, for real?
Say, okay, this is where I'm going to
Oh, for real?
start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Do it again.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And the holder, the fake, and a little shuffle. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. Line gets set, 1st down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Tackle at the 47-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Wants to throw on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Coming after it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
They'll try the right side. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll go right back to the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting the tackle for loss.
They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on third down. It's 56 yards out from here. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Michigan! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Number 0.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on games.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page. They've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
With the catch, it's Holden. At the 45.
Oh God, you got lucky, bro.
Out of bounds, but a big play on that one.
You got lucky, bro. You got luck, bro. Them Wolves coming in hot, bro. Nigga, we finna eat the fuck out them Ducks, man. Watch.
Fresh set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Feeling some heat.
What I tell you? What I tell you?
Get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and
Come on,
kind of
son.
over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
You want to risk him getting popped again, bro? He looked kind of hurt.
Trailing by
I'm just gonna let you know that right now. That nigga hurt.
They'll try to convert on 4th down.
Oh man.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he
I wasn't
can't
blitzing,
get
sir.
it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the air, it's Gabriel. Getting some heat. Good job to
Not
toss
blitzing,
that
bro.
ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, no mystery here. Third in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. These guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
You talking about that? You talking about that? You talking about that, bro? Come on now, fam.
And he's brought down after the pick, but not
Talk too
before
much, bro.
putting his offense in business.
That might be the nail in the coffin.
I like the
fellas.
talk, though,
This offense,
man.
They're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances.
I seen the pick. That's what I seen.
Ends
Oh,
up in the
man.
hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Oh, man.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he's running in the open.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
Come on,
Quick
fam.
timeout call
Probably
by
let
the
this shit go,
defense,
man.
stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You gotta let that go, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta let that go, man. Where? Oh.
They'll ride the hot hand. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive
I'm finna
guys
run
and
again,
staying
bro.
in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're
I'm
supposed
finna run
to
it
be.
again, bro.
Nowhere to run.
Alright, bro.
Got
Alright,
stuffed
bro.
on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Nice.
I just gained
solid
three.
form tackle from this sophomore. They get the timeout.
I just
and the
gained
clock
three.
reads 3 seconds.
I just gained through, bro. Oh,
They line up
Wow.
with some serious work to do
I
if they
agree.
want to convert this one.
yeah. When you got the talking,
Back
bro,
to
that's what
throw,
amped me
it's
up, bro.
Warren.
Can't be doing that, shot.
Dances away from the heat. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your
Can't be
quarterback
doing
in
that, shot.
harm's way there, but that's going to do it. Well, how about this one?
You ain't messing with me, man. You talk too much for one.
And they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were on